welcome back to YGSF TV. Today we are on this lovely street in Camden. We are going to be chatting to Laurie Lee. She is a leather jacket designer and she designs the craziest things. I'm wearing one of her jackets today. It's got unicorns on the lapels and on the back it says, "Cute but psycho." I often wear this jacket on first dates, just so people know. Anyway, we're going to go in and see Laurie now. Hey Laurie, thanks for having me here on your very crazy bonkers sofa. So I just wanted to chat to you a bit about your brand, Laurie Lee Leather. First of all, I wanted to know how you started out and got to where you are today.
I used to write advertising slogans, I learnt the art of hand lettering, and I've always been obsessed with leather biker jackets. And so they just came together, and it was some luck and some timing. We're in a world of personalisation and customisation, craziness.
Massively. You say that you get a lot of people asking you for your jackets, like even celebrities and stuff like that. How do you get yourself out there? What's the main tools that you use to promote your brand?
Instagram was sort of just the best thing I could have done. I think started building that up slowly, getting as much good content as I could, and then I was very lucky I had photographer friends who would get on board, and gradually I kind of met more and more friends through Instagram.
Your Instagram profile, how it looks, is so important, and yours especially gets like proper to the like identity of your brand.
I think for me it's always been about fun. I like it to be, you know, a real fun brand that doesn't take itself seriously. I don't want fashion to be sort of po-faced or, you know, sneery. I want it to be really light-hearted. I want people to wear my clothes that, you know, don't take themselves seriously and just want to have fun.
Did you wear your leather jacket with your wedding dress?
No, but I wish I had. I really, really wish I had.
You should have worn the wedding dress and then on the back a leather jacket that says slut. That would have been controversial.
That would have made for a strong wedding photo.
One thing I really love about your brand is the fact that it's jackets. I think especially living in the UK, the weather is always so and you never know what it's going to be like. So I think the jackets is one of the best things because you always know that people are going to see it and it's really cool. Do you worry about competition?
I think it's healthy that there's competition. It keeps you
on your toes.
It definitely keeps you on your toes. It makes you have to think of more and more ideas. And I think there's space in the business for all of us now. I think that, you know, it's finding your own niche. So yes, there are lots of painters of leathers, but there are illustrative painters, there are other typographers, but you know, the tone of voice of what they do isn't necessarily the same as mine. You cannot spend time when you run a brand looking at what everybody else does because one, the successful people aren't doing that to you, they're just getting on with being great and doing what they do. And I think it's one of the things that I've sort of lived by is I can't worry about what other people are doing. I just kind of need to crack on with what I'm doing because it's kind of a one-man band and I need to produce a lot of stuff.
What's the plan from here? Because you've kind of spiraled quickly in 2 years, that's quick.
Well, obviously I would like to do more and more. I want to see more people in my stuff, you know, so more stockists, growing globally and ultimately creating a full collection of, you know, pieces, so not necessarily just leather. So working with denim and faux fur and all sorts of, you know, different prints and things. I'd like to think about that.
Would you say you take inspiration from brands or do you have any favourites that you kind of look up to?
I think less in terms of their designs and more in terms of sort of how they came about or what they believe in.
Oh yeah, nice.
So I think, you know, I love the fact that Ashish, the craft of his work is incredible, but also the joy in his work is what I love. I find it really happy and joyful and beautiful. So massive inspiration there. And I think also some of the littler brands that have kind of grown and are just doing so well. So people like Charlotte Simone, she's got a great product and a great identity. Like, the look of her stuff's great. And also people like Ashley Williams, just incredible. Like her winter collection just blew my mind. The colours and just so stunning. And then people like Shrimps, just their journey's been really fascinating for me to sort of be a sort of one product brand of, you know, faux furs and now diversifying into so many interesting things to like a full collection.
Yeah.
I find that super inspiring and definitely some learnings that I'll take for growing my brand going forward. So this is my studio.
Oh my god. This is sick. painting at this desk right here?
I do. Sometimes I do a little bit on the floor down there.
Of course.
And I've got quite a few to get through.
So how do you go about making the jacket?
This is a vintage piece for men, so I don't stock my own ready-to-wear line in men's. I just source quite rare vintage pieces. Normally I would give it a very good clean because they're obviously quite old and there's lots of grime on them. Give it a good clean, remove all the oil from it so that the paint really does bond to it. Then I start everything by chalking the typography onto it, and then I paint over that in a good bit of white specialist leather paint. All acrylic paints would work on leather, but it's about how long you want them to last.
Yeah.
So a leather jacket is like a forever thing.
Yeah.
So for me, the paint has to really sort of stand up to that.
Are you a bit of a perfectionist?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a nerd when it comes to typography. I will
Typography nerd.
I will walk past a shop sign or a logo and go, oh, look at the spacing between the A and the E. That's really bad.
Once the jacket's finished, is there anything you do to kind of protect it?
I do a very light varnish, so I've experimented with so many now, and different leather responds differently to different varnishes. It's always a bit of a tense moment. Whereas the vintage leathers are great. Like, you could try to set fire to this and it wouldn't. They are indestructible. You can't ruin them.
So I've been basically like stalking all these jackets being in this room. So can we have a look at some of them?
So these are the jackets that I design and manufacture. From the choice of the leather to the size of the zips to the length of the piece, everything's been designed by me.
Most important question, have you got a favourite jacket?
I really like this one. I think it's probably edging my favourite at the moment.
Is this like a colour thing that you like at the moment, like the red and the pink sort of thing?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a really lovely colourway. I think it's sort of against the sort of boyishness of a black leather biker, the femininity of the pink and the red.
Yeah. Got a lot of kind of quirky phrases on your jackets. How do you come up with these?
You say to somebody in a text, you know, other half might text me and go, what are you up to? And I'll respond with, I'm busy raising hell, or, you know, joking. Or they're just little things you might hear someone on a bus. I just like things that make me smile.
Yeah, these jackets definitely make you smile. And how do you decide like on the design of the jacket?
I think it's like finding something that's universal, so that most women can wear. I think that's been the toughest thing. To find a sort of really classic timeless design. So for me, I was inspired by the sort of 50s, 60s Brando styles of jackets that are a really classic shape. And it was just making some tweaks to those designs to think about how the sleeve should be slimmer and, you know, not quite so long, and shortening the body length a little bit so they're really flattering on everybody and with everything that you wear.